I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
William Knibb Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Knibb High School Da Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say oh no did that.
All right. Greetings and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is your host. Oh, God, the place looks dark. Yeah, I am your host, Man, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. And you had a wonderful weekend. Yeah. We're going to have a good one today. Let's fix up all of these lights and make sure that everything is nice and everything is bright. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, so there we go. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a top morning. Like I said, I am Man, and this is I Am Sure Sports. Today our show will be built around the Jamaica friendly game, unofficial friendly against Catalonia in Catalonia tomorrow. That's May 25th. Big up Unseen Sports. Good youth. We have him in the building. You don't know he will be joining us in short order. You understand me? That's my co-host right there. He has his own platform, also runs an academy up there in the Lawrence Tavern area. So if you have kids in Stony Hill, Golden Spring, Constant Spring, check him out, give him some support, show him some love. Really reasonable cost to join in and being a part of his academy, and he's learning the craft. When he has experts like me to give him advice, it's going to be good, I tell you. But big up Unseen Sports in the building. All right. So as usual, we want to start out a new week by giving thanks for life and life more abundantly. As you come on, please like the stream. I want to share with you a little devotional thought that I have here. Yeah, it's a thought surrounding the eagle, and it's to encourage you to rise above the challenges. Challenges will always be there. This is life, and it is made up of challenges. You understand me? A lot of challenges. So rise above the challenges of life. It says, but those who wait on the Most High shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. All right. So that's it. That's found in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. So this scripture really compares a believer to an eagle. It is interesting how an eagle handles challenges such as a crow. When the eagle is outflying the crow will come up right behind it and pester it, doing things to annoy it. Although the eagle is much bigger, it cannot maneuver as fast. Instead of getting upset and trying to fight with the crow, it simply simply spreads out its 7-foot wingspan, catches the wind, and rises higher and higher. The eagle can fly at heights the crow cannot. We all have some crows in life. People who try to pester you into conflict, situations that tempt you to lose your peace and get upset. The good news is you are an eagle. You can go up higher. You can fly where crows cannot fly. But if you stay down at their level, get upset with every crow, get involved in battles that do not matter, those are distractions, and they will keep you from your destiny. So, Father, we thank you for your promises that we can wait upon you to renew our strength and enable us to rise with wings above the challenges that come against us. Help us to walk in peace and not allow others and situations to get us involved in battles that do not matter. Amen. All right. So just want to share that with you, one and all. You understand me? We have to include the Most High God. We are unashamed of that, because we know that without the Most High, there is no life. You understand me? We have life because of Him. And so we are unashamed of talking about Him. I don't know maybe how you practice your faith. You understand me? I'm not talking about religion, or you practice your faith, maybe different from mine. But we all must acknowledge that there is a Most High God. There is a Most High God. You understand me? And wait on Him. You understand me? Don't let the challenges of life and the challenging people in life prevent you from excelling. You are an eagle. You understand me? You're not no crow. You're an eagle. So rise high, fly high, live at a higher level, live at a different level. You understand me? Be the eagle amongst your friends, and don't allow the distractions to pull you down. Big up Duckland. Yeah, man. Blessed love, peace, and joy to you. Yeah, man. Great name. You understand me? Very few have it, And if you get it, you're very fortunate, You understand me? Yeah, man. So, really, 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 really appreciate you coming on so early. Please, as you come on, please, as usual, we ask you to hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to the platform, please go ahead and do so. Share the content as well, so other persons can have the opportunity to enjoy what you are enjoying by watching our platform. All right. Want to let you know that I actually played in the game at Draxal. It was very difficult of me to video it, of course, because I was playing in it. It was a good experience. That an older person like me playing against younger guys, it wasn't going to be easy. My old lingering issue came up again. This strain in my hamstring, man. Can't seem to shake it off. It's the reason why I kind of stopped playing, and it still continues to bother me. But I was able to complete the game. We lost the first game. First time the team was playing together, we lost that game. But we won. We won. Well, we tied the second game. Big up Mr. Hector Wright, who was there. You understand me? Yeah, man. Sleepy, big up yourself. Was there. Jeremy and Gonzalez. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Celebrity was there. You know, and all the other persons. I mean, the parents of Jody and Brown were there to receive uh, uh, an honor that was given to her. Yeah, and one was also given to Peter Gould. One was given to Mr. Danny Beckford, and the other one was given to Evan Hewitt, formerly of IRI FM, working out there in Montego Bay now at Mellow FM. So it was a big Mr. Busy Campbell, who says his name is no longer Busy Campbell, is Mr. Busy Campbell, because everyone is busy, so he's busier. So he's Mr. Busy Campbell. In National Premier League, in the JPL, the Jamaica Premier League action, the games last. Well, let me say this: congratulations to Mobile United in getting their first win in, I think, 15 games. I think since they have last won a game. They defeated Portmore United by a goal to nil. Yes, still they are at the bottom of the table. The second game, though, I thought was a very exciting game. Some very good quality goals were scored. It was between Mullines United and Arnett Gardens, and a very good game. Under 20 player Marquand Aldridge, he gave Mullines the lead. Very good goal combination play between himself and Nicholas Nelson. Nutmegging the goalkeeper Eric Edwards in goal to give Mullines the lead. Arnett Gardens came back with a goal that I think goalkeeper Peter Harrison could have done better. As usual, protagonist, the one Mr. Cephas, went down the left, cut back on the right, and left Ola Nelson, Jeremy Nelson, on the floor. Kicked it off the right foot. Thought the goalkeeper could have done better. Nonetheless, it deflected off him, went into the goal. Arnett Gardens equalized. And then we saw substitutions being made, and Marlon Allen, who is a St. Anne player, played at Otrius High School. He came on and scored his 7th goal of the season. Very, very good combination play. 2 substitute combining Arborn and Marlon Allen. Good ball. Fabian Reed kind of dropped back in midfield, played the ball through the channel, and Arborn, beautiful cross across, and Marlon Allen tapped it in at the back post to give Arnett a 2-1 lead. Then Jaheim Harris came on and scored a stun off a volley. Beautiful ball played in the box, and he hit it one time off the left foot past Eric Edwards, who had no chance of saving it. Good goal. All right. Then Mullines went up by 3-2. Substitute Rivaldo Mitchell, former Woolmerian, came on, and Nicholas Nelson with a good hold-up play, playing it back to him, and he calmly just placed it past Eric Edwards in goal, who had no chance. And everyone thought the game would have been, the game was over. The game was over. Then, whoa, Then came Mr. Arbon, 25 yards out. Good. I mean, Mullines won the first header, won the second header. And somehow Auburn got that ball, hit it in the top left-hand corner. Peter Harrison had no chance of saving it, giving Arnott Gardens a chance to get a point. And so, good game. If you see it posted on the YouTube platform of Sportsmax, you can watch it. You'll see some very good quality goals that were scored. The game wasn't overly aggressive. I thought if there was VAR, there could have been a penalty awarded against Arnett Gardens for a tackle. I think a clip by Neil on Arnett Gardens. I think Neil is a good player, but I think he needs to control and his aggressive play. And here's why. I think sometimes these players play this way in our local leagues and they get away with it. And then it's hard for them to adjust when they go elsewhere to play at higher level. All right. So, yeah, make sure you check that out. Brian, bless up yourself, man. Good, yeah, man. Good cross by Carrick Stewart, who I thought had a good game. For the most part, he kind of contained Ronaldo Cephas. Big up Baller Car. Kirk Rowe. Blessings, man. Every time Fresh God in the building. Yeah. Chris Romans. Greetings and salutation, my friend. Listen, thanks and blessing. RR. Big up to all the faithful ones. You understand me? Always supporting the work and the platform and the channel. Well, news just coming in. I know some of you have been Balakar asking when it is the 25th Balakar, which is tomorrow, 7 p.m. I believe Jamaica time. Yeah. I think it is 7. If I'm incorrect, someone can correct me. Christopher Wright, bless up. But I think it's 7 Jamaican time. Yeah. The game against Catalonia, right? And so we're going to discuss that. Like, what should we expect? Just want you to know that there are some logistic issues. Nonetheless, Kaim Paris should be arriving in camp soon. All right. Because I know some of you have been scoping out Catalonia. You notice that he's not there, but all the players will be there. Oh, it will be a morning game our time. Yeah, morning game. 7, right? Big up Balotelli. I like that. Balotelli. It's not Balotelli, no, Balotelli. Yeah, it is 7. Is it 7 our time? I think it is 7 our time, in the morning. Could be. Yeah. Baggio, respect, man. Yeah. So the truth is, for me, and I can give you my perspective, and it will be good to hear from some of you. You can call in, you can put it in the comment section, and let me know what your thoughts are. But for me, this game, when it was originally scheduled, the original intent of it in the first setting was for a looking at the European-based Jamaican players who had not had an opportunity to play. All right. So it was put off for obvious reasons, and now it is being played. And I think the concept has not changed. It is to look at players who have not, in the coach's eyes, they have not had enough time to express themselves for the coach to make a decision as to whether or not they can move ahead in his team. Could there have been more players included? Obviously. But apparently, only a set amount of money was available. I don't know if this was what was given originally, or this is what is left of what is given. I don't know. So based on what they had, support staff and all of that, this is the amount of players, 20. So we have to work with it. I think, though we have other players out there, it is a good opportunity for the players who are there. And one of the things we have to focus on is not the players who are not representing Jamaica, but the players who are representing Jamaica. At the end of the day, that's what we need to talk about. We should not spend our time talking about people who are not able to play for Jamaica. Okay, so the game is about 11 a.m. our time. Okay. All right, all right, all right. All right. Thanks, Bala, Telly. Yeah. So, who are the players? I want to see Latibodier, because I think as the time goes on, you'll see you have Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Richard King, and like I said, no, I think Latibodier, because in competition, what you're going to need going into the next World Cup cycle is probably two mature centre backs and three, like one right in that middle and two younger centre backs. So as the mature one kind of goes out, the middle one kind of takes the lead, the middle age one, and then they bring the younger one in. So by the back end of the qualifiers, you will have players well gelled in. I think Latibodier is there for that purpose. I'm glad that Talbot is going to get an opportunity, but I don't think Talbot at his height, good player for the local leagues, but at his height, I think he's going to struggle with how CONCACAF plays now and how football is played in CONCACAF. Like I said, good player for the local leagues, and we have seen that he has shown his class. I think he has gotten this opportunity. But I think, given the quality of the centre backs that we have, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to give you an example. How could I just his name is on my lips, but one of the centre backs, he actually left in the last camp to go and deal with some contract issues. He has not been called. Liam Moore is a little bit taller than Ajani Talbot, but Liam Moore had difficulties dealing with the crosses in CONCACAF because there is no centre forward that's under 5'8" in CONCACAF. I don't know if you know that. All the centre forwards are closer to 6 feet or above 6 feet, including Shamar Nicholson, Mikel Antonio, as well. You may have short wingers. You look at the Mexican centre forward, Jimenez, very tall player. The same thing with the Panamanian centre forward. All the centre forwards in CONCACAF are tall and robust in their play. So you think you need to at least match up with them at that level. And for that reason, I think though Talbot gets an opportunity now, this could be, it's probably going to be very difficult for him to cement a place in the national team. All right. That is my thought. All right. I could be wrong. Maybe Mr. Talbot will prove me wrong. Hey, all the best, my brother. All right. So now the other centre back is a youngster that lot has been said about. I think I like him as a player, but I feel like he's missing some intensity. He's Jamai Topi. I think the level of intensity required at this level, I am yet to see it in him. Right? Good on the ball. Good on the ball and all of that. But for some reason, I think I'd love to see him play with more intensity and still remain calm. And that is what I think is the key ingredient that is missing from his game, in my opinion. Listen, people, don't be afraid to tell me if you think that I'm wrong. All right. Also, listen, let me just say this, right? Catalonia are not like some baby team. The players actually, they will still play for Spain. It's kind of funny, right? So they, for example, they played against Lithuania. Just give you some of the recent results, and they won by 5 goals to nil in 2000. The Nigerian team that qualified for the World Cup in 1998, Catalonia gave them 5-love as well. So this is not this is not this is not an easy team. It's not like, okay, we're going over there and we're gonna beat them up and all of that. All right. Yes. So I think that we are more likely to lose the game. So what I'm looking for is personality, performance, and to see what is the potential of the players. All right. So that's the center back. So I want to see what Latte Bodier has to offer. Um, I will say I haven't watched a lot of him, so I'm waiting to see how he will look and play in this game against quality opposition. I think this is a good test. It should not be the only one. I think regardless of what the outcome is, a player like Latte Bodier should still let's say get a look in basically into the team. All right. I think this is also good for Tariq Zeminis to get a run out in this game. Yeah, to get a run out, get a good run out for two purposes. One, for the preparation for the U20s, and secondly, just for this game, just to see, when he has to focus on defending, how good he really is, because he's a good player, but I think he has a lot of sharpening up to do, especially on the defensive end of his game. So I want to see how he will play against high quality opposition. All right. So that's something that I'm looking forward to seeing. The center back, Tariq Zeminis at right back. I want to see how he's going to look, how he's going to play. Know that it is tougher opponents, right? I mean, listen, I want the players to prove me wrong. So yeah, so prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me that you are up to the standard. Prove a lot of the critics wrong. Prove them wrong, and show them like you deserve a spot in the national team. You're good enough to play at that level. That is what the people want to see. That is what the people want to see. All right. Kenroy Campbell as well. And so my starting 11 is I'm going 4-3-3. I'm going Latte Bodier, and I'm going Topi. I'm going Zeminis and Kenroy Campbell. Those are the four I would start in defense. What say you? If you ask me who is going to be in goal, I would start the Corey Adai and then bring on Dylan Barnes. So let's start in goal. So in goal, I'm going Corey Adai. So let me give him a back five, and then let me hear what your back five is. Well, your back five. I'm playing 4-3-3. Right? I'm going Topi. I'm going Lati. Going Lati Bodier. Zeminis and Campbell. Those are the five I would start in the back line at the beginning of the game. Again, I don't think I think even with our best team, we probably would struggle against Catalonia. Even with our best team, at this time, we would struggle. With all our top players, I think we would struggle to in such a short time prepare well enough to beat them. All right. Now in midfield, it's I this is where I think we may have an issue, because I don't see an out and out holding midfielder in the squad that I believe can give us the quality. Well, let me say this: Jordan Cousins. So let's go. I'm going Cousins. I'm going Hutchinson. So I'm going Cousins, Hutchinson, and who else do I play in midfield? Who do I play in midfield? I'm going to play Aaron's in midfield. So that is my. Oh, the game is 11:45. Big up, Coach Minzy. Thanks for that. Right? Up front, I'm going up front. I'm going Fleming, just because I think he will provide. Having been in France, I think he'll provide. Fleming, Paris, and Clark Harris. That's my starting 11. That's my starting 11. That's my defense. That's my midfield. And that's my attacking 3. What say you people? Do you think this starting 11 can at least put on the kind of performance, even if we lose? All right, so I would not start McGee, because I think I know he has been working out in Jamaica. I don't know what his fitness level is at. So I am trying to give the players who I believe in the position that they play have been playing more first team football and involving more first team football. And then what I can do is bring on the other players later in the game when legs are probably weary. So that is why I would do it that way. Brain drain. I would do it that way. I wouldn't start McGee for this particular one. Yeah, I know that he doesn't play in midfield. He plays as a winger. So the other option is to start Howell, but I'm going to play him there because there's nobody else. I know that he's a winger. I know that he's a winger, but in a friendly game, when you have no other person in midfield, you have to do some things. I don't think it's a very hard thing for him to play in midfield. So all you have to do, big deal. All you have to do select your team. I've selected my team. So don't, before you put in who you would put in, and put up your 11. You understand me? Put up your 11. And I said earlier that Paris is going to be there and Iran's going to be there. There are some logistic issues. Paris probably reach not by now. So he's going to be there. All right. So he's going there. The players are going to be there, sir. So just put up your team, man. All right. So before you knock a next team, put up your team. Put up the 11 that you would play. Put up a board. The thing with the a lot of the names are not on the regular thing that we would normally use to build the squad. So that is why I didn't want to go that that route today. Because a lot yeah, a lot of the names are not yet on that particular database. Yeah. All right. So let me see. Let me see how many other names I can find. All right. And then I'm going to put up the board. So let's do that. All right. You're not going to find names like Tariq. I'm telling you. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to find as many of the names as you would want, and that is going to be the problem. How do you build it out? You know, yeah. So let's see how many names we can find. I am sure half of these names are not it. Yeah. Half of these names are yeah, they are not there. Is that a good thing? I'm trying to find the name, people, to see if I can build it out. Yeah, then especially for the Jamaican board players, the names are not there. All right, so let me get some more of the names. All right, put up a board. All right, Adi, Topi. Lottie, Campbell, Cousins. Oh, you're playing Talbot in D mid, Aaron Paris. Okay. All right, Balotelli. Good pick. Good pick. Yeah, Fresh God, I answered that already here. And let me say it again. Paris is going to be there. And he probably is there right now. He was en route, so he should be there. Fresh God. All right, so I responded to that already, and Aaron's is going to be there. They're probably there by now. There were some logistic issues, but the players are going to be there. Oh, jeez. All right, let me say it again. People, Kahim Paris will be will be there. So we can put him in the team. He will be there. Maybe the coach won't pick him to start, but he will be there. All right? He will be there. He will be there. So the next time you see any pictures or photos or videos, any recent one, you will see him. All right? Man, can you confirm if Waters and Cavaliers players have left for the Catalonia? If so, do you think Waters can beat Bayern FC tomorrow in their playing match? I don't even know. I just stopped following that now. I I don't know. Yeah. Waterhouse and Cavaliers players. When we spoke to Mr. Speed on Friday, he said that they were going to go. They were going to connect with the team. So I suspect that they are there. I think the only two players who were not there so far, the only two players I know that were not there were Kaim Paris and Ronaldo Aarons. All right, so I don't know Eagle Republic, but they are there. But he said that from the very beginning. He has always said that he wants to reduce the age of the squad. That is what I'm saying is that what I think we're going to be seeing with the Jamaican team is this. They're going to be older players like 28, 29. At the beginning, then you're probably going to see some players who are like 25, 26, 25, 24. Then you're going to see some 22 to 19-year-olds or 18-year-olds. And then in 2 years' time, the older group will probably phase out. The middle group will be the mature group, and the younger group be the middle group. I think that is how he's going to do it. I think, honestly, given what I've heard from Paul Hall, how I've seen, I have confidence that he knows what he's doing and he has a plan. And you have to commend a person when they have a plan. All right. Paris is not in any airport spending any time, sir, or any days. I just told you that the next set of pictures that you see, Eagle Republic, he will be there, sir. All right. Believe me, he will be there. All right. So there were logistic challenge. It's not his fault, but yeah, what happened normally happened. It's not anything like major and stuff. So he's going to be there, right? So I think that is what we're going to see with the national team. Yeah, we're going to see that with the national team where older players go out and younger players come in, and I think that is why you're seeing like Tariq Zeminis and the Omari Hutchinson, these players, the Latibody, or these players being drafted in at this age. But what are your expectations? I mean, what are your expectations? What are your expectations, and what is your predicted 11? It's easy. Listen, sometimes we, as soon as we probably hear somebody say, "This is my starting 11," we are challenged. But what is your starting 11? What? Who are the players that who you would start? Who are the players that you would start? What would be your starting 11? Put up your starting 11. All right. So let me see if I can I don't know. All right, so let me put up these people and then you tell me who you'd yeah, so I think this is kind of the team that um Bellatelli. Really brilliant. I like that. Yeah, Tyreek McGee and N10. I think he will feature in this game, and I think he's going to play well enough. All right, so I can't find some of the names, so I don't know Duckland and the rest of persons. Should we then just put names, and then the people who come on later would understand that it is because we can't find the names of the players. But yeah. What do you make of the starting 11 so far with Lati Bodier? Um, yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, this is sport on the ball. You know that's a big question. I'm telling you, Mount Pleasant. You know that Mount Pleasant has used more of their academy players. I mean, they played a little 17-year-old right back in the game on Sunday called Mills. And I'm wondering, like, yeah, what is Mount Pleasant's plan with some very good question. In fact, I'm going to I'm going to interview very soon um the, the, the owner. You know, sometimes with these things, and by the time you say you're gonna interview somebody, what are the man them call them, and try for and try, and then we're gonna try get it. But yeah, I'm supposed to be interviewing the owner and the manager to kind of find out this very important question. Man, is what is Mount Pleasant plan for those talented young players that are coming through their academy? Are they going to try to get them overseas? I think there is a plan afoot now to do that. I think they do plan on doing that. They do plan on doing that. I think that is what they have persons overseas right now working on some of those things. So let's see. But I think, yeah, I I I want to know what is their plan. What is their plan? I think it's a very good question to ask. I think let me put Junior Fleming. I think Junior Fleming. Yeah. So this is Tariq Zemeni's right here and Campbell right here. So I don't know if, let me see if I find any Kenroy Campbell without a picture. Yeah. Kenroy. Kenroy Howell is there, but I'm not seeing Kenroy Campbell. No Kenroy Campbell. No Tariq. No Tariq Zemeni's either. So all right, so we can't find the others. So let's just work with that, knowing that these three slots, Tariq Zemeni's, Kenroy Campbell, yeah. Fleming must start. He is the most senior player here. He should captain the team, like him or not. Yeah, that's a good question. Who captains this team? You know, Peso, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Ishmael. Peso, big up yourself. Who captains this team? The most senior player over there is actually Junior Fleming. So who captains the team? He's a senior player, you know. Do you throw the captaincy on him and challenge him? So, would you play Topi in D mid? Would you play Topi in D mid and start Talbot, like play Topi here and play Talbot here? That's not bad enough, people. All right. So tell me, who are you anticipating seeing in this game? Which player are you looking forward to see? Which player you want to see put in a performance? Which player you think will excite? Which player you think will use this as an opportunity to cement their place? Okay, all right. So they're saying that no, let me put Topi back. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. Put him back. Just thought about it. Not a problem. There you go. All right. So let's put it back right there. That's better. All right. So yeah. Yeah, you're looking forward to see Hutchinson, don't? Yeah. That's a good one. Hutchinson. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, everybody will know who I want to see. I really want to see the man from this parish. They call him Kahim Paris. I want to see him getting it. He's going to go up against what's the Brighton Nofir Cucurella, I think his name is. Right? Yeah, I would. I would. Yeah, man. I want to see Kahim Paris go up against is Cucurella his name? Oh, that's how it's pronounced. That Brighton left back. Yes, man. Want to see Paris go up against him? Cut it in. Wet it as usual off of the left. Yes. I am sure sports. The game is your squad versus a bunch of La Liga players. It does not look pretty. Yeah, but this is why I'm saying that the player should be willing, should be able to express themselves. Here's why they should express themselves. They should express themselves freely because Catalonia, they don't have FIFA status. The players play for Spain. So really, if we get 5, I don't think it's bad. If we get, it's not bad. This team has defeated bigger teams than Jamaica, 7 and 8 and 9. Whenever they play games, they generally win. Because I don't know how it works, but majority of the Spanish senior team players play for this team. Yeah, Kareem, I mean, how do you, can Talbot play D mid? Talbot never played D mid, not even in high school. Okay, so use one D mid. All right, so let's try that. So let's go. Bam. Let's try what was just said. 1D mid. And play it like that. All right. So who plays here? You need somebody who's going to tackle in there. So we still need to find somebody to go. Even if you're playing it that way, who do you put in there? Who do you put in there? Who would be the next person? That's Amari Hutchinson, Jordan Cousins. Who is the next midfielder you put in there beside him? Do you start All right, somebody's saying, yeah, put Talbot in there because he played. All right, so let's go back to the original formation, which is this one. All right. We're not going to find Talbot. So Talbot is here. Should we just get some names and put there? And then we can't find a Jamaican name them at all. All right, so let's put in Devon Williams. For right now, this is a John. This is a Johnny Talbot. This is a Johnny Talbot. No worries. All right. People don't. It is a Johnny Talbot. Don't bother. Hey man, this man nobody. Blah blah blah. Him no dead. Please, it is a Johnny Talbot. All right. All right. This is Kenroy Campbell. Yeah, call him here plot up to not true. Yeah, man, Kenroy Campbell. And you know, say Alvas, except for complexion, Alvas and Tyreek Zemines look alike. Big up Alvas. So see there? Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. The players just need to state their claim, express themselves, show how much they want to be part of. That's it. Who are the midfielder who is good defensive? Well, I don't see. Some person are saying that maybe we should play Tariq McGee in midfield. Tariq McGee and Omari Hutchinson. Um, Omari Hutchinson is really, he plays as a winger at Arsenal. Omari Hutchinson is a winger. So could we play him beside Cousins? That's a good idea. And play McGee up top. Because he has also in preseason games, he plays a lot of um in preseason he plays a lot of defense at Arsenal. What about that team? Tariq McGee up top. Yeah. Yeah. So I think like games like these, the players, like I said, they just need to go out there, express themselves. And that's it. You can't you can't it's like a game that this is just for you to show the coach that you want to be a part of this, that you're ready to work hard. That is it. And I think that is what needs to happen. Okay, we said all right. All right, Jason, just WhatsApp it to me and I'll use it. Jason, just WhatsApp it to me so I can just use click it from the WhatsApp and open it. It will be easier. What do you say, people? Tariq McGee, Omari Hutchinson, Jordan Cousins, Junior Fleming, Johnson Clark Harris, Kaheem Paris up front. Yeah, man, just WhatsApp it to me and I'll do that, Jason. If I get it via WhatsApp, did you send it? Or yeah. Oh no, can you WhatsApp? Yeah, WhatsApp it to the I Am Sure Sports number, and I should get it. The one running across the screen. And if I get that, then we can use. So people, are you starting McGee? Yeah, let me just see if I can find the link. Chosen, is it CHO? Ooh, right, no. Let me see if I can come back here. What is it? Yeah, what do you make of that starting 11? It took after a little encouragement. All right. The people are crying out for McGee. Hutchinson tracks back more and tackles better than McGee. McGee has a better passing range but looks out of place without the ball defending. All right, baller, Telly. All right, cool. All right, look like the man knows some football. Do you know if Catalonia plays tiki-taki? What do you think the ball possession statistic will look like? Whoa. Without the tiki-taki, brain drain, I could see this being a 70-30 in favor of Catalonia without tiki-taka. With tiki-taka, it could be 72-28. That's my thought. I just think like they will outpossess us, whether they play the tiki-taka or not. I mean, a lot of these players are playing at top club when you look at their squad, and so yeah. But I don't think we will be mauled by them. I think the game. I'm even. I am even like wondering how, because somebody, though it's Europe, the season just finished, and so the to fly and to play, like, to me, I think the Catalonia team is a pickup team. It will be like a pickup team because they are not a team that meets and plays regularly. That's the thing. They're a pickup team, really. In Jamaica, we have like a corner league, and you get all of these stars to come together to play the corner league. Very good team, but there's no. It's like the feeling out the game as they go through, which could probably help Jamaica, I believe. What the squad look like? All right, boy, I'm gonna tell you them squad look. Them squad look. Oh, geez, let me get it. Uh, all right, let me see if I get this right here. Yeah, it's a pickup team with quality players. So I'm saying that they will probably be feeling themselves through the game. But I mean, this does not mean that they're not a good team, and I'm not saying that they're not a good team. And listen, pickup teams are normally good. It's like you put in together. It's just like you had like the Olympic team, the basketball Olympic team for America. I mean, they don't need as much practice as some of the other nations, but the players are of such high quality that they'll probably beat most teams. This pickup team of Catalonia, I think, because I call them a pickup team because they don't play a lot of games together like other nations. They don't play a lot of games together like other nations. So that is why I call them a pickup team. But that does not mean that they don't have quality players. Yeah, I hope people, you start tickets start selling, for the home game, against Suriname, the great Suriname. The great Suriname will be playing against the Jamaican people on the 7th at the National Stadium. So make sure you get your tickets. Do you have your tickets? If you don't have a ticket, you don't stand a chance. You need to get $1,500 except for bleachers, $3,000 for grandstand. Make sure you get your ticket. If you don't have a ticket, you don't stand a chance. So pickup teams are very good teams. It's not going to be easy to beat them. So not because we say pickup. You see what I mean? I tell that, so you can't put up names. No, Karumi, he's not in the team, but we couldn't find his name. We're waiting on something where we can actually find the name of the persons. He's not there, but the player that is there, the app don't have that player's name, but we're going to use the next app to put the correct player name there. So that is why we have him. Alvas Paul is not there. Greg Lee is not there. We just use those names because this is the app we have to use. No, I don't. Given what I see in the Caribbean club thing that just completed, I would not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I would not start. I would not start Howell. That's me. I would not start Howell. All right, so let's use see if we can use this one right here. Truth formation. All right. 4 3 3. There you go. All right. Kenny Roy Campbell. Joel. All right, let's see if we can do it this way. See if we can do it this way. And so we can have correct names up there. So that we don't have a lot of questions about the players that we are deploying in this. Yeah. Johnson, Clark. Around half an hour to go. All right, found it in a JSON. All right, found it. So let me just do it this way. All right, and let me. All right, goalkeeper is. All right, people, give me a sec. Let me build this team, and then I will let you see what I have built, so you can give me your opinion on this. All right, so we're gonna build it out right now. Corey. All right. Tyreek McGee, they say. Then you have Jordan Cousins. I think Omari plays on the over on the left, you know. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's see, people. If you like this team, Let's see. All right, so let's go. All right. So, all right, Jason, I figured it out. Don't worry yourself. All right. So let's see. All right. So let me share this with you. And this is a team that we have come up with. Listen to all the suggestions that have been made. And then if you need any changes, you can let me know. So all right. So that's the starting 11. What say you now? Yes, sir, Rob Smith, you'd start Dylan Barnes in goal. We can do that. Ishmael, it's a pickup team. They don't always play together though. I don't agree with you. A lot of these guys play for Spain. They don't always play together. How often Catalonia play a game? I don't agree with that still because Catalonia don't play games often. So I can't agree that they're always playing together. I don't agree with that. They're a very pickup team. Don't mean that they're not good. They're an excellent team. And like I said, I expect them to win the game. I expect them to win the game. But you know, yeah, I'm just saying pickup team because a lot of times with teams like these, they kind of they kind of get going during the game because some of these players have not played a game together. All right, some persons are saying that we should start what's his name, goalkeeper Dylan Barnes. Yeah, because he has been around for a while. So let's go Dylan Barnes instead of the new goalkeeper. Okay, there you go. He's like Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning. Yes, people. How does that team look? Who else would you change? You see that Rob Smith? uh, no issue. So some of these players this is the first time they are playing for Catalonia. That's what I'm saying to you. A lot they have not played together because they don't normally play that a game. So this is the team, and then on the bench you'd have um on the bench you'd have players like Talbot, Ricardo Thomas, that's two, Ramon Howell, three, Cameron Lacey, four, Blair Turgott, five, Ronaldo Aaron, six, and Akwasa Chong, seven, and the Nico Breath, eight, with Corey Adai, nine. That's a 20-member team. Yeah, I think this is the best 11 we can find. Unless the coach goes to a back three, which I don't see. I see Paul Hall as a pragmatic kind of coach. Okay. All right. You see, I'm learning to big up Jason. Hey, oh yeah, so you can add, who is the next forward? Nico Brett. Nico Brett. All right. So the substitute are being added below. Hey. Substitute Rolando Aarons. Kwasachang. Yeah? O Quasach. Chang. Yeah. All right. Right here, the substitute is Ramon Powell. Uh, Cameron Lacey. Johnny Talbot. Substitute. John, Johnny Talbot. Be the substitute, people. Corey DAI. Oh, well, on there, we don't have Blair Turgot yet. Yo, we Blair Turgot. Oh, what going? Hold on. We have to find one of them substitute slot here for Blair Turgot, you know. Me, where? All right, just put, yeah, all right. Hey, you know what? Blair Turgot to go right here. Blair Turgot, right there. Cameron Lacey, right here, so. All right, Rolanda here, and that we have put right here. And Cameron Lacey, you have to go learn. Yeah, you have to go. You have to go. You have to go. You have to go hold down here, so. Boy. I listen. That is it. Omari Hutchinson is not a cam. Omari Hutchinson at Arsenal in under. I don't listen. I'm not going to contend with anybody. I watch Arsenal preseason, and in Arsenal preseason, last preseason, and during, right, he plays on the left. He plays left. What do you call it? He plays wing back sometimes, and he plays left wing back sometimes. When he was playing with the under 18s, under 17, that age group, that's where he played. Can he play cam? There you go. He can play all of those positions, MPEG. And like I said before, people, Paris is there. No, all right. When you saw the last pictures, you may not have seen him, but Kaheem Paris, people, Kaheem Paris is there. He has arrived. There are some logistic issues, and he has arrived. All right. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm just putting in the substitutes. I'm not saying that this is where they are going to play. The starting 11, that's the starting 11. But the substitute, it depends on what the coach is going to do, but we just wanted to put the substitute out there. I just feel like Latibody are going to play the entire game. Zemini is going to play the entire game. Oh, we forget Ricardo Thomas. Oh, my Lord. Ricardo Thomas. Yes, yes. Ricardo Thomas can yeah. So like I can tell you, I just feel like some players are not going to be substituted. I feel like Latin Body are going to probably play the entire game. I just feel like that is going to happen. But some players, they're going to get a little run out and thing. All right. Jeez, listen, hey, people, me now say this again, brother. To what? But God, you know what? Me have 4 minutes leave. Listen, I have a very big show coming up today, right? Any of you know about female football in on the college circuit? You know this name. Big show this evening. Big. Let me say, big show this evening. All right. I'm gonna tell you the name of the person. I'm not surprised on it. I'm not giving her the name. And then I gone here, man, because may I try to explain, but Tennessee, big up yourself. You know a coach named Brian Penske from the University of Tennessee, Coach Al Bonishaw. He's going to be on I Am Sure Sports this evening. He's now at Florida State, coach, and he's going to be coaching Jody Brown. Yo, it's going to be epic. You don't want to miss it. I am telling you. Yeah. You understand me? All right. Brian. No, man. Ricardo Thomas is there. Tennessee, big up yourself. They're going to get there, man. They're going to get there. The players, two players are logistic issues. They're going to be there. I know that Karim Paris is there now. So probably the next session that you see, you'll see Karim Paris. All right. Yeah. All right. So some person are saying Omari Hutchinson. So who are you going to play here? There is no other. Because remember. All right. So people, remember, he doesn't have to be playing. What Paul Hall can do is do this, right? Come on now, people. You know the football. If thing there is good enough, him can do this. Come on now, people, man. I don't know the football, man. I don't think me have to tell no them thing here. Say this is it, man. And then when when you're attacking, you kind of have this formation. If you're on this side, Kenroy Campbell goes up, right? And when you're defending, you can even do it this way. You can play narrow like this, with a middle three. See, you understand me? It's very flexible. So hard, man. You can do it like that, don't it? So do you see us doing this? Just understand what we are work with. We are just finding a way to put what we believe is the best 11 on the field and make them work. We're putting the best 11 out there and we want them to work. All right? Well, I am putting Omari Hutchinson in midfield in this game, in this to play this way because he also plays wing back, which means that he has the ability to defend. It may not be the idea. That's why I'm saying that I am not going to use this one game to judge unless somebody really have a terrible game. But I'm not going to use this because I think it is unfair to bring players into a situation like this, give them one game and then, sideline them. Would you say how system is possession ball, and if so, which combination of players are best to carry out his style? Yeah, that's exactly because Paula likes to build out from the back and play the ball around. This is it. I think having a McGee, a Hutchinson, Kenroy Campbell does well on the ball, Latibodier does well on the ball, Topi does well on the ball. These are players who are very good ball playing players, right? That's a group of players I would go with if I were the coach, but obviously I am not the coach, so yeah. So that is how I'd go. Big up Cranky, big up Neo, right? All the people sending in text. So listen, yeah, man. We have Brian Penske. So when you see that thumbnail shootout, make sure you put on the reminder because it's going to be a very, very good one. So you can get a deeper understanding of female football. I always thought that, he could be someone who applied for the Jamaica job, but I guess when you had those big universities, then yep. Yeah, Johnson Clark Harris is there. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we have around 4 minutes to go. So if you have any other comments, please bam, shoot it in. Remember, today we also send out our Premier League content. We sent out some yesterday. We sent out one this morning with Paul Teagat Davis, and you'll be seeing some more Premier League content. Short videos, 1 minute, couple of minutes, so you can see what is happening in the local Premier League, hear from the coaches and the players. All right, so we'll be doing that as well. Yeah, so we have Johnson Clark Harris up front. Sees him. Okay, maybe I need to bring down the screen a little bit. Like this. There you go. So now you are seeing him. Yeah. Dylan Barnes, you know that Rob Smith, bless up. I actually had Corey in goal, but Rob Smith kind of said, "Hey, no benching." Dylan again. And so why Dylan is being benched? Somebody say, all right, seeing that Dylan has always been on the bench, yeah. No, all right. So the names underneath are like the substitute players. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man. So I just put him there because it should have been Ramon Howell, but because it's substitution, we're not moving around. Hey, Gina Taper. Is that Gina Top? Is that Topper? Gina Topper? What is that? Gina Topper or Gina Taper? What? Somebody pronounce that for me now. I'm not so good on pronunciation. My enunciation is not good. Is that what? How you pronounce that? How you going to be in the chat and help me with how it is pronounced? Can you break it up in syllables for me? Is it Ginal? Is that Ginal Tapa or Ginal Tape? What is it? All right. Why would we keep why would we keep bringing Barnes and not ever playing him? We're trying to help him get stamps in his passport. Hey, Rob Smith, you know, so we put them on. Rob Smith, listen to you. I'm gonna put them on the starting 11. Easy now, no man. He's in the starting 11, Rob Smith. Easy now, man. Easy now. Big up Rob Smith. You see, I prefer that MPEG. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking that at the end of the day, who are the best 11 players? If there is a better personnel, we can put him in. But I want to play the best 11 players in the first half. Even if I have to move them around in terms of position, I want to put the best 11 out there. It is taper. Okay. So is Gina Taper. All right. Cool, Gina. Brain Drain, help me out with the pronunciation. Cool. Yeah. Sir Carol. Bless up. Yeah, man. Respect all the while. Always Appreciate the love and the support. 4 minutes. Did I say 4 minutes to go before? No, actually, it is 4 minutes to go before the close the show. We close the show. We have, like I said, we have a very big interview coming up with Brian Penske. It's going to be a good one. I mean, he's going to give us some in-depth understanding of the women's game. So let me just yeah. Yeah. Happy for Paris, Turgot, and Breath on their call-ups. Listen, I'm also glad to see Latibody here in the team, and and um Jordan Cousins, because he could have given up, because remember, people were talking about the Anthony Grant, Jordan Cousins, and Kevin Stewart, and he seemed to have been the third person, but yeah. Yeah, so yes, special big up. Still missing Martin. Is all right. Listen, hey, some of these. All right, so I would love, listen, if you talk to some of these like Martin Davis, I got a report. Martin Davis is like, I got a report, right, from someone in the same city, country, place where he's at, and the man wants something to work for him to get out of that place. So Impact, let's check it out and find out what is happening. Who is the new coach for the female team? Well, I understand. Remember, I did a video. You have to watch the video, because you see when Manning's man do the video, right? He just say the things in parables. So I did a video about, is it option A, B, or C? I said A is local, that is out. B is someone from out of Europe, out of England, in a city called Leicester. C is from someone that would get the thumbs up from like Sidela, who is instrumental to the program. And I said, I think B, the person out of Britain, England, would be. That's me. All right, go and check that video, because I think that person is ahead in the race. So you have to check that video, and you will get the information to go and do your research and find out Rob Simmons. It's on the platform. Don't know if you're watching it at that time. All right. Yeah. So, but I'd love to know what is happening with Martin Davis. Perkins 305. Listen, the game is going to be broadcast. Somehow it's going to be on. If it's not on TV in Jamaica, it's going to be online. Yeah, you understand me? So I did give you all of that, And remember, I even said to you, the person from England, it is a brother and a sister coming together. Yo, man, get the scoop, Yeah, understand me? We Eagles have been flying high and have good sight and seeing what is happening. When you see, when the squad, remember, after this game, they're coming to Jamaica, to a camp. Then you'll see other players drafted in for the first Nation Leagues game, and Daniel Green will be a part of that. Whether people think he didn't perform, at the end of the day, there must be some reward. He has scored in almost, I think, only one goal he has not scored in since he has come back from the national program. In fact, one of the things I understand with him, he's doing additional work because there are some stuff. Listen, people, one of the things I appreciate with Paul Hall, and this is not, I have a huge amount of respect for the former coach, right? So here's the thing. One of the things I love about Paul Hall, this is something I've observed, I've heard, all right, is that he gives every player things to do coming out of the last game and says to them, listen, your challenge is to do what I've asked you to do, and if you can do that, then I will select you. So therefore, if players don't get selected, the possibility is, one, they are not good enough, or he has given them stuff to do and they are not doing it. And now let me say this to you. See, every man, Travis, still, don't know me, your friend. Me not agree with you. Who, when the people watch the game, everybody have their own opinion, and this is your opinion, and that is cool. I believe Daniel Green can make Jamaica team. So we will see. We will see. One of the things, again, I'll tell you this. One of the things I love with certain about, because he's not going to be here now. If he wants, at the end of the season, he will be in a league. A big surprise move. Listen, the JPL is the worst league ever created in the history of mankind. Like, nobody in Jamaica can play football. Jamaica have no good footballer. Daniel Green can still make the Jamaica team. All right, we give you all of that. I'm going to give you that the JPL is no good. I'm going to give you that schoolboy football is no good. I'm giving you that the coaches in Jamaica are no good. I'm going to give you the infrastructure is no good. No money is in the game, and I'm going to give you all of that. Everything you want to say about Jamaica's football, I'm going to give you that. Even when I give you that, my opinion is Daniel Green can still make Jamaica team. So, in spite of all the criticism of Jamaica's football, my opinion is that Jamaica, right? MPEC, whenever you're ready, you tell me who can make it over. Because there's no player I see, playing for Jamaica in the last 3 years that have proven to me that they have sure pick and sure stay in Jamaica team. None. So anybody can make the team because there's no player that have no guarantee position. I have not seen one player played so well that I said, listen, this man is a mainstay. He's a must pick. It's like how England have Hurricane. Tell me the Jamaican that you have seen in the last 3 years of our football, in our national team, that you can look at him and say, every time we pick a squad, this man must be in it. And if you don't have a player like that, Daniel Green can make the team. Any young footballer who desires to work hard can make Jamaica team. So, when you say these things, we have to explain any player. Shamar Nicholson don't have you don't see Shamar Nicholson. Mikel Antonio don't have a cemented place in Jamaica team. Gray don't have no cemented place in Jamaica team. Johnson Harris don't have any cemented place in Jamaica team. None of them. None of them have done anything to me to say that they're a mainstay. Can they make the team? Of course. But the minute they stop performing, there are other players. Nobody has no cement. Nobody named the right down on Reggae Boys jersey. Their names are not on it. So if Antonio can make it and Shamar can, any other person can make the team. This is Jamaica. If a youth work hard, him can get in there. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not one of those persons who have, this is a team and all of these. No. Every youth has the same opportunity. Every youth. None of these players play in the same position as Green. None of the players. Shamar Nichols is a centre forward. Green is not a centre forward. Antonio is a centre forward. Gray is a centre forward. Harris is a centre forward. Green does not play that position. If it is that what you're talking, MPEG. He doesn't play that position. He plays on the wing. So tell me the good Jamaican wingers that we have. That you say, yes, this man is a sure pick. He's a winger. Plays on the left or on the right. So some of you, I think some of you forget that Daniel Green was on his way to go overseas and he got injured. He would have been out of Jamaica a long time if it wasn't for just a series of unfortunate events. He got injured when he was supposed to go. This was when he was in the under-23 team. All right. Then he was at Harborview. He moved to Mount Pleasant and he was injured. Last season, abbreviated season, he played well and he's showing his class again. So I am telling you that in this summer, Daniel Green will not be in Jamaica. And many of you are going to be surprised at the level league that he's going to. I know that Jamaican are the expert at football, but there are persons living outside of Jamaica that believe that he's one of the best prospects in Jamaica and he's going to move. And I'm not talking about some league way down in Europe and thing. I'm telling you that by this summer, a lot of you are going to be surprised. A lot of you. The thing is, when I hear people from the outside talk about some of the talent in Jamaica, they speak, it's funny. These agents who are not Jamaicans, who watch the local Premier League. I have one coming on at the end of this week. There are some players in the Jamaican League. He says, man, I would love to get my hand on that player. I'd love to get my hand on that player because that player is a big prospect. That player is a real talent. And we in Jamaica, I didn't say that he's going to any top 5, but he's not going to Scandinavia, sir. So do your research, bravo. That's your opinion. That's your opinion in MPEC. When Daniel Green is on top form, none of these players can. I say to you, he can. When he is on top form, he can make it over any of them. If you're going to talk about form, if you're talking about form, on form, he can make it over any of them. On form, he can make it over any of them. You tell me what any of these players you have listed has done for Jamaica. That would make it. That would make it impossible for Daniel Green to make the Jamaica team when he's playing at his best. What have you seen? What have you seen from them representing Jamaica? You see how specific I am? In the last 2 years, that you would say, on form, it is impossible for Daniel Green and his top form to get play over them. So when I talk about youth and see, this is a youngster who, if you were watching the league, his complexion was strange, changing. His hair was plaited. And they spoke to him about his grooming. And he fixed all of that. They spoke to him about his strength. And here's the thing. He's doing his strength because some people look at a man's frame and think that he doesn't have strength. Like I said, what I love about Paul Hall is that Paul Hall gave him instructions and said, listen, these are the things you need to work on. And everything the coach has told him outside of his Mount Pleasant responsibilities and jobs. He does these things. And so I'm not going tired to see him face because he's only going up, except for injuries. Then MPEC, I don't understand what you're saying because you just said he cannot make it. When you say cannot make it over them, that's it means that it is impossible for him to make it over them. If you say that he cannot, when something, listen, the sky cannot fall from the atmosphere on the ground. So here's the thing. All right. Tell me, MPEC, what was Daniel? Because a lot of people, you know, and I mean, this is the last thing I'm going to say this. A lot of people come online and they only know when people are, the only time they know the players is when they either see them in the national team or because JPL start coming on TV. You see, there's at least one player you're calling this, that in high school, Daniel Green was way past him. Way past him, but because of the school you play for. And he opted not to go and play for a next school that wanted him. And that's part of the thing with our football. If you're not in some of the traditional schools, you don't get recognized. People don't track you and follow you. Go back and watch. Let me give you some example. Go back and watch him against some of the players in the same. Go back and watch the under 23 games with some of these same players that have been in and out of the Jamaica team. And watch Daniel Green. Go back and watch when they used to have this elite league, when they had the Senton team and all of those teams playing. Go back and watch those things and get a little knowledge of where Daniel Green and Kaheem Paris is coming from. Go back and watch when Cavaliers got promoted to the Premier League. When a team named Brazil was there, when Daniel Green and was 16 years, go and watch those things and you'll see where this player is coming from. We don't watch player when they get to the Premier League and when they get to the national team. We track their careers. And we'll tell you again, if it wasn't for injuries, he would not. So let me, all right, so you watch him when he was called recently and he played 3 games. All right, did you watch Kevin Stewart when he was called recently? Should Kevin Stewart be called back to the national team, given what he did in the last game? Seeing that, and I said it, you know, when you reason football, you have to reason football. So we're going to talk about the national team. Kevin Stewart played for the national team. Given what you saw from him playing for the national team, would you call him back? Yeah, man, he played for Brazil. I know that. Here's what I'm asking you, MPEC. You said you watched him when he was called recently. Did you watch Kevin Stewart when he was called recently? And given what you saw from Kevin Stewart, would you call him back to the national team? So here's the question I'm asking you. Given what you saw Kevin Stewart did in the time that he got for the national team, would you call him back, MPEC? MPEC, let me ask you again. given what you saw from Kevin Stewart representing the Jamaica national team, would you call back Kevin Stewart? Let me ask the question again. MPEC, given what you saw from Kevin Stewart representing Jamaica, would you call him back to the national team? Okay, so let me put up your comment. You said that I would call him while looking around. Hence, I'll call him because that's what we have to work with. So, you would call back Kevin Stewart, but you don't believe that Daniel Green did nothing to be called back to Jamaica team. I rest my case. Listen, man, is I heard Paris not going to play in the match tomorrow. Well, where you hear that from? Where you hear that from? Because that's not what that's not the information I have. My information says otherwise. So where you hear that from? I get information from credible source. I don't know. Listen, if you hear that, that's not what I heard. And that's not the information I have on my phone right now. But if you hear that, that's what you hear. Let me tell you again. Any person who judges the players, you're having a different discussion, MPEC. I ask you a simple question. You answered it. You said you'd call him back. You answered the question. So all I'm saying is that you'd call him back. You'd call him back, but you wouldn't call back Daniel Stewart. So Daniel Green. So I rest my case. So you said based on what you saw, you would call back. You would call back Kevin Stewart while you are looking around, but you would not call Daniel Green. You'd work with who you have. Probably. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's all opinion based, you know. I don't come here and speak like I have the facts. But I can tell you this, that Daniel Green has a quality to play for Jamaica. Yeah. Well, MPEC, so what you're saying? Remember I don't know what you're saying. I just ask the questions, MPEC. So we're not going to prolong the conversation, okay? It's not going to go anywhere. Is the opinion still, you know? So you have a right to that. So let's not prolong the conversation, yeah. But yeah, man. But Kaim Paris had some logistic issues for the last time, and then we close, right? He is going to get there. So the next training videos you'll see, he will what? Yeah. See first better. Okay. So 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 all right, tell me the developed wingers in the Jamaica. This is what I want to know. Who are the developed wingers? Let me ask you again, because I don't want nobody bring no club football to me. All right? From what you have seen, all right? Because I'm not into the changing of the conversation. So you guys believe that Daniel Green cannot, because that's what we can go back up and check the conversation. We can go back from when Travis Pesso and Balakar and then MPEC TV came in. The issue I have with you guys is not whether or not there are other players better than Daniel Green. All right? That is not the issue. Are there other players playing or who have represented Jamaica better than Daniel Green? Of course. The issue I have with you guys is that every time you speak, the only players that are not good, and here are the words you use, they cannot, and it is impossible, and they should not. And until you can begin to reason with greater logic, the conversations are pointless. Because all of these great players that we have, you put it to me and tell me, show me the games where the Bobby Reed, the Jamal Lowe's, the Junior Fleming, the Leon Bailey, all of these guys. Take Daniel Green. Remember, I told you, that nobody in Jamaica can play football, If you live in Jamaica, you can't play. But given you that already, And the Jamaican League are the worst league ever created in the history of mankind. We have the worst surfaces. We have the worst referee. We have the worst everything. We have the worst federation. We have the worst government. We are the worst. I give you all of that. So give me the great players that we have been using who are better. I'm giving all an argument. Uno win them. Uno win. Jamaica football not good. Jamaican players not good. Once you play football at Jamaica, you're not good. But I give you guys all of that. All right? MPEC. All right. I'm going to go back and put up back a statement because you say you didn't say cannot. All right? So let me see how far back up I can go. Because I'm going to find it. I'm going to find your initial statement. Hold on, and then we close the video. Because I just want to find that and then we close the video now. Because I have a big interview with Brian Pensky later. All right? So I make sure I take my time and go through. All right? MPEG. Flow Sport. Let's take my time, people. It's all right. So we're done. So Balakar said Green has 12 goals. Peso says Balakar, no disrespect to Green, but if the best Jamaican team is called Green can't make it. And he says, in my opinion. And Balakar says, that's your opinion. And then you said, make it over who? All right. Green can make the squad, but if his coach select the 23, Green should not be there. All right. Balakar says, number 23 him scored last week versus Arnett in the 2-2 draw. All right. You put up that he cannot make it over Shamar, cannot make it over Antonio, cannot make it over Gray, cannot make it over Johnson Harris. I said to you that he's not a center forward. All right? Because that's what they're saying, not, All right? Balakar says him need to work on him finishing. This is Arnett Garden player. Then I was talking about sure pick because that's where my conversation. Given what we have seen, who are the sure pick in the team? Brain Drain said Andre Blake. So you said I am talking about green. All right, because I kept on insisting about the player playing. You said you're talking about green. All right. All right. So let me we are go down in the impact. I am not talking about sure pick. He can't make it. And you started calling over the names when they're on form. You said that he can't. Isn't can't the same as impossible? If somebody can't do it, it's not impossible. So I don't. That's what you said. I never said it. You said it in the comment at 12:48. So go back and read your stuff. You tell me, MPEC, what is the quality of the JPL? So you said it. So you tell me what is the level of the. So listen, people, I am saying to you, John Doe and all of you, I am saying to you, no player, I'm giving you your arguments. No player in Jamaica can make, according, but giving you an argument. I didn't say he cannot, but you're just saying can't make it. I don't understand what I'm gonna say. All right. You're saying I did not say. Hold on, let me just come at him. Anyways, it don't make no sense, brother. Like I said, opinions are different, you know. I did not say he cannot make the national team. So, all right, MPEC, simple question. Can he make the national team? Yes or no? Because you're saying he cannot make it. MPEC, can Daniel Green make the national team? Yes or no? Can he make the national team? Yes or no? Very simple. Is that a yes or no? You know? Because you're saying that's not what you're saying. So let me ask you the question. All right. So let me ask you guys. All right. So non-player, are we saying that non-player playing in Jamaica can represent the national team at any level? I just want to know if that is what we're saying. So John Doe and Big Deal. Is your position all right? Impact. So me and you. Once you say that, me and you cool. Once you say that he can make the team, then me and you cool. John Doe is saying that he can't. So let me ask a question of Big Deal and whomever else is there. Are we saying that if a player is playing in Jamaica, they cannot, listen to the question I'm asking, cannot represent the national team? And if you want to go senior alone, that's fine. If you want to go senior all the way down, that's all I'm asking. All right. So all right. All the overseas eligible to play and see if he's in the top half of the player pool. So as I don't want to interpret what you're saying. What I'm saying to you, what I'm asking is, all right. So Big Deal answer straight up in. He said that Green is not good enough to make the national team right now. That's Big Deal's opinion. So John Doe, is that your position? Because I'm not one of those persons who talk about 200. That's not me. That's not my style. My style is until you put on the Jamaican color, you don't, no matter what. And if the JFF want to get you for them problem, me not deal with them thing. Whatever me can help with, me help with. So me not getting at that. So of all the players that you have seen wearing the national colors, taking what they do at clubs, talking about in the last 2 years. Listen to my question. Listen to my question. All right? Listen to my. In the last 2 years, I am not talking about if Demarai Gray come and if Mason Holgate come and if Ben Godfrey come and if Ivan Toney come and if Kyle Walker Peters come and if. Listen, I'm talking about in the last 2 years. We can't count bird women and have brother. In the last 2 years, given what you have seen from the wingers in the national team, tell me one that has impressed you in the national colors. Block your mind from their club scene. Give me the winger that has been efficient and productive in our national team for 2 years. And if your answer to that is none or one, why then can't a next player? All right. People. Here, somebody ask Fresh God. Ask. Why? May I tell you? Hey, some of the man them, I don't know. Brain drain. Ask the question for me because I don't know. Let me ask again. Brain drain, see if you can paraphrase what I am asking and put it in the comment section. In the last 2 years, of the players wearing the national color, the national colors, here is what I'm asking you. Of the players wearing the national colors, tell me the player playing for Jamaica that has impressed you the most as a winger. That is the question. To the point where no other player can get a look in. That is the question I'm asking. Because in my opinion, including Leon Bailey, who has struggled from injuries, top quality player, the best winger we possibly have since the time of Ricardo Full and the Walter Boyds. But in the last 2 years, I will tell you this. I have not seen one of the wingers impress. None. So why then can't a next player get a chance? The players have not impressed. None of the wingers have impressed. None of them. So when we judge the wingers, we are not judging them based on their performance at Jamaica, you know. We're judging them based on what we believe they can do. So we believe that Leon Bailey and any day can turn a game for Jamaica. We believe that Demarai Gray, if he should ever play for Jamaica, he can turn a game. That's what we believe. Kaim Paris, all of these guys. I'm giving you that. Bobby Reed on a good day can really do good things. But have we seen that from them? We have not. And what we keep saying really is that let's keep on playing these guys and not give other people an opportunity. Or even the ones that are feeling, give them more chances. Fresh God, come on. Fresh God, come on. You know better than that. So Omari Hutchinson is being given a chance to prove that he is good enough to cement a place. Same thing with Lati Bodier. That's what international football is. Every time you play, you have a chance to prove yourself. Come on, man. Nobody take the conversation. We're not going to take the conversation. So listen, people. Me not in this. You don't know man is man. Man is man in this heap. So yeah, so brain drain. Yeah. So brain drain is asking the question because obviously when because I have a list. Is there a player that in the last 2 years that was so impressive playing for Jamaica, not club, that no other player should even be considered for the position? That is the question I'm asking. Hey, some of the people them listen. People, all right. Hey, people, I'll show you how they can. You see the people them who smart. Me not want to put up no more comment. Let me say it again. And look at some of the response of the people. And you can know that either them don't know football or them have a personal agenda. There you go. Here's people watching. There was no player, not just wingers. There you go. So my thing is, there's no player. That's where we started the conversation, MPEC. No player has done well enough for me to say that they are sure picks. Remember, that's where I started the conversation. None of them. So other players need to get looked at because no player, if we are going by the national team, there has been no player that we have seen. Probably the player who come the closest to that is in the back end of the campaign, Mikel Antonio and Ethan Pinnock. Outside of that, no player has proven anything at all. I would say I'm probably Ravel to the back end. No player. So, what does that mean? Other players must be looked at. And when those players are looked at, if they are performing better than the players, they must play. So if Paul Hall goes and find a youth in the championship playing better than all of the players that have been in the campaign, he must play because they have not proven anything in their time of playing to cement their position in the team. That is what you need to understand. That is what you need to understand. And football-minded people, smart people, let me help you. Thank you, Triple E. Let me help you. All right? When a man gets called to a national team, he gets an opportunity. And next word for opportunity is chance. You're getting a chance to prove to the coach that you deserve to be in this. When England has called up a team, all of those players are getting an opportunity to prove to Gareth Southgate that they deserve to start in the England team or being in the England squad for the World Cup. So to say that the national team is not a place for chance, come on, man. Let's elevate our levels of discussion now, man. Come on, man. So Pagan. All right. So who Greener play better than Manning's man? And that is why I'm saying, if the coach decides that he's going to look at the player, nothing is wrong with that. Why the coach cannot look at the local players? What is the problem with the coach saying, I'm calling this player to look at him? Why is it so difficult for Paul Hall to say, I see Daniel Green score 12 goals. I'm going to invite him to a friendly. so I can look at him. Assign him 3 games, it wasn't the best condition. I need to look at him. What is the issue with that? Why is it a problem if the court decide that he wants to look at Tyreek Xeminis? Why is it a problem? But if he brings Rolando Aarons, it's not a problem for him to look at Ronaldo Aarons. It's not a problem for him to look at Corey. But if he brings a local player, it is a problem. Because they are not good enough. Why is it? What if he says, listen, yeah, we played 3 World Cup qualifiers. I need to see him. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Let me say it again. Smart people. Smart people. Let me say it again. Every time Sir Gareth Southgate has called a squad. Let me give you. All right? Because let me know my thing, all right. So, all right. Tyrone Mings, let me just give it. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Connor Cody, Mark Guy of Crystal Palace, Reece James Justin, James Justin, Harry Maguire, John Stones, Fikayo Tamori, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, and Ben White. All right. Midfield, you have Jude Bellingham, Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, and James Ward-Prowse. Up front, you have Tammy Abraham, Jared Bowen, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, and Saka. All right, those are the names. All right, so I don't know if Sterling is in there. A lot of these players who have been called up, they have been called up, so Southgate can look at them to see if he wants to work with them. So what is the issue with that? What is the issue? That's what I can't understand. I can't understand. I'm giving you all of that. Listen, for those of you who believe that there's no good food, I'm saying that. That's your opinion. I'm giving you that. Why is it though that if a coach says, I want to look at a player, if the player is playing in the JPL, it is a problem for the coach to look at him? Why is that a problem? But it is not a problem for him to look at someone in America. It's not a problem for him to look at someone in Holland. It's not a problem. But if he looks at someone in Jamaica, it is a problem. Why is it a problem? Hey, some of them on them, honestly, like, brethren, hey, yo, we at a place with reasoning, you know. Like, you know what is funny? You know that it would be good people. You know what is funny? Like some of the people on these platforms, I put it to you that if you take them out of the comment section and put their faces on social media, put their faces on the platform and talk to them about the football, you realize that they are lost. A lot of this is just typing, you know. But if you really sit down to reason with them, you realize that it makes a lot of what they're saying, they would be confused and perplexed. So a coach is trying to build a team. As a coach, he has certain things. Too much coaches, yeah man, that's the thing. The coach decides that I want to look at say 20 players, right? 20 players. And he says, listen, one of the players I want to look at is, don't even know, Kenroy Campbell. First thing a man says, why is he looking at Kenroy Campbell? Hey, people, when I read this comment here, what did I say? Hold on, not this one. Man is man. Stop this, man. What's the point of watching your show? Everyone has to show their face to comment. Did I say that? Yo, John Doe, you have a good. Say John Doe, we have a laugh, we have a laugh, brother. Don't tell any lies. I did not say that. Let me say what I said again. A lot of the persons who are typing, if you have them show their faces and have a discussion with them about these things, you realize that their position that they're typing with, they cannot properly execute in a reasonable debate with someone face to face. So I don't know. Let me see this one. Please note, Paul Hall is giving players the clubs and the JFF wants to push sometimes the best players in the JPL. No, but they are not. It doesn't matter impact, because remember, the thing is that nobody in the JPL should play. So regardless of who he calls, then it don't make any sense. Right? If your position is the JPL is probably below amateur. Let's put it. Let's these are my words, not yours. Right? It doesn't matter who he calls. It doesn't matter who he calls. Because the argument is the players in the JPL are no good. They are not good footballers. They don't have good coaches. They don't got good surfaces. And here's the thing. All right? Everyone says, so Waterhouse and Cavaliers, they go to the nations, the Caribbean, and they get beaten. Poor performances. All right? Here's where you and I are all different. Even if they went to the finals, it wouldn't say anything to me about them getting called up to the national team. So I'm not measuring it based on that. Because I will say this. One of the best players for Italy in the Euros was from Sassuolo, I think the team name in Italy. Even on a poor team, you can still find talent. So when I assess a player, though I look at his team's performance, I will still see quality in a player in that team. Right? I want to see a particular player in the team. Because, watch this, the team may be bad, but there may be a good player. I am agreeing with you that the level of the JPL is not where it ought to be. So, does that mean that no player in the JPL is good? So let me give you a next example. Jamaica in Latin America is the most murderous country, right? Does that mean that all of us are murderers? No. So why, if the JPL is not a good league, that means none of the players in the league are good? It's just common sense that even in a bad league, you can find good players. Your argument is I find it is unfair in this context because it's about don't look at the local players. The coach should not look at what how does that work? That you're going to tell a player that even if you are good, you have to leave Jamaica before you have any chance. I tell you already that if we're going to go to England and take players, it's simple. Let me tell you, if you're talking about leagues that player playing, nobody in Jamaica should play any football because you'd have enough 15-year-old in England to represent Jamaica. And that's just the truth. Enough 17-year-old, enough under 20s, enough under 23, and enough national players. So you wouldn't need to play any football in Jamaica. Because if you're playing in England with all of this stuff, everybody agree that the development there is better. That come on, man, don't come on platforms with the same thing. Nobody can say that the players over there are not better developed. They are. The question, MPEC, is this. So do you take all your national teams, male and female now, because on the female side it is even worse, and take all players from England to play at all levels of your football? Because you can't now come and tell me that there's a 15-year-old, because that is even worse. So why then give me a reason why people should play football in Jamaica, MPEC? So MPEC, let me ask you this. Remember, I am agreeing with you that we are lower than semi-pro. So non-player who plays in Jamaica should be called to the national team because the players in England are better. I'm giving you that. Fine. Agree. All right. The second thing is that if we're going to be honest, all the players who are under 20 are in England, the better players. I'm giving you, and to be honest, all the players who are under 17 are better. All the players who are under 15 are better. All right? So even when a Jamaica 16-year-old leaves Jamaica, he is also behind the 8 ball. The player in England is going to advance over him. So let's look at that. So give me now, MPEC, why should people play football? MPEC, I'm talking to you. Why should people play football locally? Let me ask you the question again, because Brain Drain, type it for me. Type the question for me. MPEC, here's what I'm asking you. And I'm giving you this. Can we agree? Can we agree that if we're selecting a 23-man squad to be fair and honest, the best 23 players would be out of England? If all the players, like John Doe says, all the players who can play for Jamaica play, the best 23 would be from England. Can we also agree and be fair and honest that if we're selecting an under 20 team, the best 20 players would be in England? Can we also agree that the best under 17 players would be in England and the best under 15? So we are agreed on that. I agree with that. I agree. So if we're going to select 5 sets of 23s, all of them, the better ones, better developed, more professional, more advanced, are going to be in England. So, fine. If we take that route, all of us as people, we go up against, because people need to rise up and go up against the GFF. Remove them, and we are in place. What would be your incentive for all the footballers in Jamaica to play football? Fresh God, respectfully, Fresh God, watch this now. There's no player who is playing in America who can be as advanced as the players playing. So I'm not saying the diaspora, I'm speaking England specifically. That's where the majority of the people are. We may find few elsewhere, but majority of the youths them are in England. All right? So I am asking you, MPEC, what would be the motivation for anyone in Jamaica to play football? So your answer to that is to develop. For what? Because you will never ever be able to be good enough. That's the point, you know. You will never, in other words, there's no development in Jamaica that will ever, based on the logic that we have, that based on what is available in England, there is no development that going to bring people up to that level. None. So what is your incentive? You're going to tell a player to do what? Keep developing? You're going to say to the 17-year-old in Jamaica now, keep developing. For what? For what? How they going to be? But what development? What I'm saying is that, but once they develop, how are they going to, if they are not being developed now, how are they going to be developed? Because we are saying that they are not good enough. That means that they are not developed. When are they going to get developed? So how are they? I don't understand. I am a little bit lost. I'm so lost with this conversation. I'm never going to end it. You cannot say that they need to develop if you are looking at the players now and say they are not developed. So how are you going to tell them to develop? Develop how? Because you're saying that they are not developed. They are not ready. How are they going to be developed? When you keep saying that there's nothing, they're not being developed, there are no coaches, the league is amateur, the schoolboy can't do it. So how are they going to develop? So should we then say to our players, listen, for the next, until we develop as a footballing nation, what do? You can't tell you to come and train and play. Why should I run a team in Jamaica? Why should somebody go and pay to watch a match in Jamaica if all they are doing is developing players? Why should Peter Gould come and why should people invest their money to do what? When there's no purpose, there's no end in mind for the league. How are people going to be developed if nothing is here? And no matter what they do, they are not good enough. How does that work? All right, so let me give you, I would put things in place to develop the players. Be more specific, man. Because some of the players that some of the players that we're saying are not good came through grassroots product in Jamaica. They came through it. They came through grassroots. Listen, we have players coming through grassroots that Mount Pleasant took up and developed right through football every day. We still say they are not good enough. We still say that. Because remember, it's not like they are good players, you know. None of the players are not at the level. That's what we are saying. So how, unless we are going to say for the next, because development, you have to take 5-year-olds. So unless we are going to say, listen, for the next 20 years, let's use people in England alone to represent the national team. Because the players are not good, because that's where development starts. That is the solution. That is the only solution. And the question is, after 20 years, we may still look at them and say they are not good enough. So when we talk, we need to think about that part of the thing. What incentive do you provide for people to play when every time they try to do better, you say that they are not good enough? All right, so this is a good argument, right? Why would I come to Jamaica to look for anybody? Because none of the players are good. That's what we are saying. We are saying that the players are not good. Why would I come to Jamaica and get a 17-year-old? Why would I come to Jamaica and get an 18-year-old? Why should somebody come to Jamaica when we say the league is not good, there is no development, the players are not good? We are saying that no player in Jamaica is good enough, if we are being honest, to make any of the Jamaica national team. Why then should a scout come on that premise and take a player from Jamaica? So say the senior team goes to the World Cup miraculously and win the World Cup with all players in England. Why would I come to Jamaica to find players? Why? Why would I come? Because none of the players are developed in Jamaica. So why would I come to Jamaica? I wouldn't come to Jamaica. If I were a scout, when I listen to these things, I would not come, because there's no good player in Jamaica. The league is not good. The surfaces are not good. The coaches are not good. The JFF is not good. Why come and find players in Jamaica? Finish MPEG. Yo, anyways, my God. We have the raw talent. What kind of talent? We don't have no talent. What talent? What talent? Come on, man. But we have to talk about we have. What talent we have? What kind of talent? Let me tell you this. If you are, listen, this nonsense about Jamaica have raw, we have the best raw. What kind of talent? Somebody brought up Senegal. Those populations are bigger than us in Africa, playing rougher surfaces. So we don't have no, in comparison to the rest of the world and Brazil and them places, our talent level is low. We have a small footballing population. So this nonsense about, because what kind of raw material? We don't have no raw material. Based on your logic, in other words, if my son born to juggle football and control football, there's no way. But Michael, I agree with you, man. No? But the show is ending now, so it is it. A lot of these, listen. So this thing is that if every day all people come on social media and say, well, the Jamaican league is not good, the Jamaican players are not good, none of them should be in the national team. Why should a scout come to Jamaica and take but him and look for raw talent? If your talent is not good enough to even play a proper league, why should I come here? If you have so much raw talent, you're loaded with raw talent in Jamaica. Jamaica full of raw talent. And you can't even, I hear people say, we can't even control football. What is the talent for? That's what people say. The players in Jamaica can't control. You said it. You have low IQ. So according to you, the players in Jamaica have low IQ. So if the players, according to you, MPEC, seeing that the players are so dunce, how raw talent are going to help them? Come on, man. So keep on pushing that narrative. And all who push it, keep on pushing it. You ask yourself, are you good enough? Who are you? Are you good enough? I'd love to see how you're teaching the teachers, the kids in high school. Are you good enough? My goodness is not dependent on what people say or think. But I want some of you to think about that. That when you think you are good and say that nobody else, none of the footballers in Jamaica are good, is that good? That is what you need to ask yourself. How you guys come and speak about people, talking about the players of low IQ. Is that good, MPEC? You're a teacher in a school system that some of these youths sit in your class and you come on social media saying that them have low IQ. Is that good? These are the things you need to ask yourself. These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Are the conversations I'm having, when a youngster listens to this and sees your comment, Will he be encouraged to play football? Will he think that there's any good in playing football in Jamaica? Because all you can say to him is that you're not good, you have low IQ, but you have raw talent. So that's what you do, MPEC. You guys come on every day and you sit in a classroom. Listen, here is what I am saying again. There's a whole lot of improvement needed in Jamaica's football. Let me say it again. I work to get players from England to play. For the people who know, you know, that I help to get players to play. U20s, female, male, I get them to play. Because I know Jamaica needs the help. We are not at the place. Listen, I played a Masters League game yesterday with celebrities. And man, I'm telling you, the football need help. The football need a lot of help. We have far, far to go. Are the players getting better? I believe the fact that we have so many players who played locally and they're in Europe getting better, it's a sign that at least in some level, in some way, we are making strides in the right direction. Do I think there are JPL players who can play for Jamaica? Definitely. Do I believe that they should be pushed in the team when they are not ready over players who are better than them? Definitely not. But I also believe that a coach has a right, in the same way that he looks at a player from any other part in the world, the coach can call a player from the JPL to take a look at him. So, I have no problems with Paul Hall calling Howell to look at him. Would I have called Howell? Definitely not. Because I believe they are better players in the league, in my opinion. But I'm not going to curse out Howell and say that he's not good and he cannot play for Jamaica. The coach is giving him an opportunity. I'm not going to come on this platform and talk about the Jamaican players are not good. The Jamaican coaches are not good. And them are garbage and them can't control, them can't pass ball. I'm not coming on this platform to say that. Because the players don't get good when they go away. They get better. I think as time progresses, you will find a one player, possibly in the local leagues, that can play. He may not even be in the Premier League. He could be in the Tier 2. He could be even playing Corner League and Paul Hall sees him. And we may not know of him. I think in friendly games, he gets a chance because that's what friendlies are for. The coach is picking and selecting players. Will he get some of it wrong? Certainly. Will some of the players from overseas be wrong choices? Certainly. We have seen that. And it don't mean that the Michael Hector and the Wes Morgan are not good players. They don't just fit. They just don't fit. Sometimes it's not a player. It's not that the player is not good. They don't fit into what the coach is doing. That's it. East and Pinnock looks a better fit in Paul Hall's system than Whitmore's system. Does it mean that Ethan Pinnock is good? No, he was always good, but he was in a wrong system. Could it be that we have good players in our league out here who are just in some wrong system that just need exposure? They need to be playing elsewhere because people, let me say it again. Let me say it again. No player leaves Jamaica and get good. They get better. No player leaves Jamaica because he has talent alone. Because talent is not enough when compared to the rest of the world. So, with all the venom that we want to spit out, with all the displeasure we have with the JFF, I always tell people, you see, when you speak about people, you're speaking about somebody's brother, somebody's son. Imagine you have a son in prep school or primary school, and we go there to that 11-year-old and say and speak to him the way we speak on platforms like this. Let me tell you this, a lot of you would fight and probably kill if people stood in front of you and spoke to your children the way you're speaking about other people's children. In fact, if some of you, not even in sport, in just the general things in life, people speak to you the way you speak on social media platforms, either you'll be dead or they'll be dead because you can't deal with it. Your people always say, well, they are professional, they must be criticized. Of course. What if people were supposed to come on and talk about some of the stuff with teachers, that our passes have fallen? Is it because we have no good teacher in Jamaica? No. They are professional. Should we come out and say the teachers are not good? They should be re-educated. They need to come out of the school system and things because they are mashing up country? No. Because within the system, they are good teachers. Within the police force, they are good police. Within the government, they are good people. Within the medical fraternity, they are good doctors. Even in the worst place, they are still gems. We speak like, and we generalize and put every single footballer in Jamaica, as long as he's in Jamaica, in the same category. I'm telling you, even if you see somebody's playing friendly game and you go there and speak the way they speak, and listen, a war, you make sure you're strapped when you go there to talk about that. No, man, MPEC, I'm not the least offended. But listen, I don't care about the platform of others. I will say this. As a Jamaican, I have a responsibility to be responsible. And part of my thing is fine for other platforms to speak about players outside of Jamaica. We need a balance. But when I speak about the youngsters who I see have one football training with on stone and gravel. That's where they learn to control. They go to the standpipe when they're thirsty. They use their dirty hands to catch water and drink. That still happens in Jamaica if some of you don't know. They still have to play skins because they don't have bibs. They don't have a football shoes or cleats, some would call it, but they're still out there. When I see that youth dedicating himself to his work, Probably one of those non-traditional high schools, comes through the system, gets in the Premier League. I see from where he's coming from and where he's at. I am not foolish to compare him to Harry Kane. No, he's not at that level. But from where he was to where he is, he has improved significantly. I consider him to be good. Does he need to get better? Absolutely. And if put in the right place, with the right conditions, there are many who have made it further. So my platform that I have is not to tear down what a youth is building. It's to help him to build on it. It's okay that we have our different opinion. But I find it that if if a local player gets called and he miscontrols a ball, he's treated differently. I remember in the youth tournament, a young lady spoke and she never expressed herself, and many made in a way that she should have. Many made fun of her. And I'm asking myself, a 15-year-old does something like that. And the best we can do as Jamaicans is find a way to rip her to shreds. Then we call ourselves, oh, we are patriotic. I want you to know that someone's sister and that's someone's daughter. I've learned this in life. Whatever a man sow, in word or in deed, it will be reflected. Can you imagine some of you trying to get a job? Things haven't changed, you know. This is football now, but there's a time when it was work, where people had to lie. Because if you put on your resume that you are from certain areas of Jamaica, you couldn't get into university. I don't know if you know that. You couldn't get into certain jobs. You wouldn't even be allowed the opportunity to interview. It didn't matter how good you were, you would never be good enough because of where you're from. Could this be the same thing? Classism in our football. As long as you are in Jamaica, you are not good enough. How different is it from when people had to hide their addresses just to be employed? I encourage you to think before you talk. Before you tear down, seek to build up. Have a blessed day. I'm Manning's man. And I'm over and out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Air this. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Rios, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha. Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.